Hi, I'm Mahesh Kama. In this episode, I'm going to tell you about more courageous women. Kalyani Sen, have you heard of her? Kalyani Sen was the first Indian woman naval officer. She served during the Second World War, and India was under British rule, so it was the British Indian Navy. She and other women were involved in this war effort. Please watch. Have you heard of Second Officer Kalyani Sen? Do you know about Indian women who served in the Second World War on the British side as part of the British Royal Navy? Second Officer Kalyani Sen. When the First World War began in 1914, women who wanted to aid the war effort began working as nurses or factory workers as they were barred from military service. However, 3 years into the war and relentless fighting prompted a change. In 1917, the British Royal Navy desperately needed volunteers to take on shore jobs such as cooks, stewards, clerks, wireless operators, motor drivers, and technical experts, so that more men could go out to the front. Hence, the Women's Royal Naval Service, WRNS, was created to address this manpower shortage, allowing women to work in shore-based roles and freeing more men to work on the front. In 1942, the threat of a Japanese invasion of India was looming large. So the British formed the Women's Auxiliary Corps India for female volunteers to contribute to the war cause. In 1945, the WRINS, WRINS, were made a separate wing from the Women's Auxiliary Corps India to help the Royal Indian Navy in its defense of India's coasts and harbors, vital in freeing up British ships to concentrate elsewhere. During this period, British Admiralty issued an invitation to Second Officer Kalyani Sen to visit UK for a comparative study of the training and administration of the Women's Royal Naval Service. Sen, married to a colonel of the Indian Army, accepted the invitation and left for a 2-month study visit in the company of Margaret Cooper, a British officer who served in the WRINS, WRINS. A picture of her from the visit in a white sari and naval jacket with gold braid over a sari was published in all major Indian publications. It was soon hailed as a symbol of New India. In an interview with the Daily Herald that soon followed, Sen would explain, "In India, there is still a big prejudice against women working with men, but women are so keen to get into the services that they are breaking it down." Back in India, several young Indian women, mostly college graduates and school teachers, had started joining the WRINS. They lived in military-style hostels established specially for the purpose that were run by women officers while training for a multitude of shore jobs. Interestingly, unlike the British WRINS, who wore rough serge dresses, woolen stockings and thick overcoats, the Indian WRINS wore white saris with blue borders and seamen's arm badges. From tracking enemy transmissions and maintaining aircrafts to cleaning depth charges and driving convoys, the bravery, skill and commitment of these women paved the way for those who serve in the armed forces today. In fact, at the peak of the Second World War, around 74,000 women were serving in the WRNS in a huge variety of roles. However, while the role of the British WRINS has been widely acknowledged, few people know about the contribution of the WRINS, WRINS, or the Women's Royal Indian Naval Service, WRINS, India's counterpart to the WRINS, WRNS. Fewer still know about Second Officer Kalyani Sen, the first Indian servicewoman to visit UK for higher studies in the naval service. Like her, there were many more brave, courageous women who served in warfare in the early days also. My salute goes out to them. Thank you.